Hey Ringside Crew. Welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hey, hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside Podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and man, today, Ringside Crew, you're in for a treat. This young lady loves independent wrestling as much as I do, and she's a huge fan of everybody's favorite Posh Princess Kiara, like your boys, because she's been on the podcast 4 times. You make it 5, Kiara. This year's the new year. Year 2025. Be nice. But introduce yourself to my internationally known audience.
Yeah, I'm Lydia. From the UK. So big fan
Awesome.
of Kiara.
Yes, awesome, Lydia. So, what made you get into what made you get into professional wrestling?
Funny story, but I watched Fighting with My Family, and I watched that on a very rainy day in England, and me and my mum didn't know what to do, and she's not a big movie fan, but it was raining and we were like, let's go do something. She said, let's go to the cinema, and we saw that there was a film on, and I said, oh look, there's an actress from Game of Thrones in this, let's go watch it. No idea about the contents of it. We didn't look at that, and it was just us two in the cinema, and we were laughing our heads off at it. And since then I've had remembered all the wrestling that I used to play on like the PlayStation and stuff when I was younger, and then I would have followed that up a little bit more back then because that was in 2019. But I started uni and I got very busy with that, and then it was like last Boxing Day. We had a bit of a bad Boxing Day, like Christmas time, so we decided to watch it again because we hadn't watched it since then, and again had the same laughter. I had the same memories from it, and I just got really into it then. I was there like, I want to watch wrestling, but I also would love to just have an experience and get thrown around the ring because that looks fun. And then, yeah, since then, that was like last year, I went to a WWE match that my friend or my co-worker at the time, he got me some tickets, so he took us, and that was mind-blowing. Like, we missed half of it. The experience was a bit of a messy one because we hit traffic, and then there was like a car crash on the motorway, so we ended up having to go this completely other way, missing half of the show. And Rhea Ripley pulled out because she injured her arm, and so like I didn't get to see like the big main ones that I wanted to see, like Becky Lynch, because she stayed in Ireland at the time. So like we missed most of it, but the things that we saw, I loved it, and I was like, I really want to go and see more. And it was then when I spoke to a teammate, because I play football. I spoke to a teammate. Turns out she's really into wrestling and WWE because she's from Florida. I think she's from Florida, or Chicago. I think Florida. She'll probably kill me if she sees this and I got it wrong. But
I can see the comment already.
Yeah, she's gonna not be happy with me. But yeah, her dad, she used to watch it with her dad, and she mentioned, oh, I think that we've got like local matches. I was like, what, really? We should go and watch them. So we went, and that's where I saw like the local independent live wrestling for the first time. Saw Kiara, and I was like in love. This is my stuff. And since then I've been completely obsessed, and I've taken my niece Jenny, got her obsessed, and I've been to watch AEW and WWE another time since. So yeah, that's how I got into it. Bit
Awesome.
of a long story, but yeah.
That's cool. I'm happy. It's so cool to meet like fellow fans that had like different stories about the independent wrestling scene. Because I'm from the States, and like
Yeah.
I live in a small area in Pennsylvania. I don't know if I mentioned that to you, in the Poconos, and we don't have many wrestling shows out here.
No.
It's really rough. I don't know if it's by you, like the same thing by you, but it's rough.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few. I'm really shocked with what we have around here, because here, like, there's nothing much where I am in a small town called Midsummer Norton. Like, there's not much at all, but there is quite a lot of wrestling, like, not training, like, which is why I've not done it yet. Like, I'd love to give it a go, but the training isn't that close to me. I've got to drive quite far to go to it. But like shows and stuff, from my house I can drive 5 minutes, and there's a hall that they do it in here, which I'm like, wow, that is really close. I feel privileged for that. And there's some like an hour away or something, with the same company. There's quite a few, but it's like every other month. So like I last saw it in January, and then again will be the 22nd of March, where they're back in my town. So it's regular. It's quite good, thankfully.
Awesome. And that's that's my main banner. Like I didn't put it on the bottom of the screen. I forgot to do that today. It happens, everybody forgets. It happens. Nobody's perfect. Yeah. So now, like how many Kiara shows have you actually been to?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it was so I've taken Jenny now 3 times, and I went once before her, so it must be four times, and then this is going to be the 5th this month. Yeah, I think it's the 4th. I've been 4 times to see her.
Wow.
But I'm hoping with a few others that I can go a bit further away to go and see her, instead of just sticking to the local one. See if I can take Jenny away for like a weekend, give her like a nice little auntie time.
That's awesome. That's cool. That I see a lot of like big sister, like niece, like family time with the pictures I see you with her. Like that day when Kiara put the tiara on her.
Oh,
that day. Let's talk about that whole day right there.
That day was something else. It was really nice because normally I go with my friend, but she couldn't make it that day. So I just, like, the whole day, what I do is I go and see her, pick Jenny up, take her to my house, so then we can like do some arts and crafts and like spend just a nice day together, away from phones, away from technology, and just being like family time. And we make our banners and stuff for Kiara. So Jenny has this one banner. We're gonna make another one, but on the front it has Go Kiara, and it has Our Wrestling Princess, or Our Wrestling Princess, and some other little things on there, which all came from Jenny, her little idea. And then on the back of it, we've got Boo, You Stink, for all the other wrestlers, for who she's against, or other, the ones that are the heels. We prefer to just like go, Boo, You Stink.
What if she's the heel? What are you gonna do? Boo the good guy?
Oh no, Kiara. Yeah, she's a heel, but she's a good heel. We love her.
Yeah.
We just go Kiara, because normally she's a heel in the situation. Like that time, she made Sasha K tap out. I'm pretty sure that was the time that. Or was it? Oh, I'm getting confused. We've seen her quite a few times, but anyway, she's normally the heel when we see her, but she always goes to Jenny, and it makes my heart melt because all the other kids sort of like boo her and say Primark Princess and like give her, I'm like, oh, what do you mean?
Jeez.
Yeah, so they all boo her, and she's always like, you guys are the worst. But when she sees Jenny, she runs straight to her. She ignores everyone else, and she just goes and hugs Jenny. And I'm just like, oh, my heart, I love it. I love it when like you can have that connection. And yeah, that time that she gave her the tiara, neither of us knew what was going to happen. But when we went to the event, and like we checked in, the woman at the stall was there like, oh, is this Jenny? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, Kiara told us about you. She said she's going to keep an eye out for you. And she came out and did her little bit, and then because I think there was some changes with the story, and there was a lot of improvising, and she just went straight to Jenny. And then afterwards, when she went back out, she messaged me on Instagram and she said, oh my God, I'm so excited to see you guys. And I was just there like, oh, Jenny, look at this. She's excited to see us. But that's when she followed me. And I was just there like, oh, love this. And mainly for Jenny, because her little heart, she was so stunned. Like you can see it in that video when she put the tiara on. Jenny's just there like, what do I do?
Don't move. Don't move. Don't let it fall.
Like, oh. But yeah, we didn't expect
She's a queen.
it. It was really nice.
Little princess.
Yeah. Two princesses.
Has she requested her own? Has she kind of requested her own tiara?
She hasn't yet. I think she's really glad to have that one.
And... oh no! Wait, Kiara actually gave her that tiara.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, she's got it, and she said that the next match, that we go to, she's gonna wear it. So they're like matching.
Like now, like I've been doing this podcast for 4 years. She came on the 4. She's like 4 or 5 times, whatever. But now me and you have a bond, and we want to go in and announce that to the fans.
Yes, let's do it.
If everybody haven't seen it already, me and this awesome young lady right here, we created a page for Kiara. She created the page. I help out putting little things together, being the podcaster. We have a page on Instagram. It's our fun child, our fun hangout child.
It is.
Here we go. Here's the this better. This is I'll get the other one away. Oh, hey, dang it. StreamYard, be nice to me. There you go. There's the link if you want to follow it on Instagram.
Yeah, it's Wrestling's Princess.
Yes. And we do like weekly Friday, only on Fridays, we do a Kiara Fact Friday, which I think you came up with that, right? Or is that me? Yes. I can't remember.
Well, Fun Fact Friday, Kiara Fact Friday, it's same thing. I think we both sort of had an idea about it.
Yeah.
But you came up with the facts. You were like, oh, right, this is what we're going to do. You came up with the questions to ask her. And I was there like, brilliant. I can make the banner. I can make all of that. You fire away and get the information.
Yeah. And it was so funny. The one we just did, if you go on the page, you haven't been on the page yet. It's such a cool page. It's so professionally made up. It's not like corny pictures of Kiara and anything nasty or bad pictures like you've seen on other pages with fans making Kiara page, like wrestlers pages. The one we did was about how she was trained under Lance Storm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you put Lance on there, and what did he say? He's like,
because in the post I said, like, for people who aren't aware of who he is, WWE champion, and like he trained a lot of people, and just gave a little brief example of it in like description. And then he answered, and he was there like, I'm very well aware of this. And I just laughed when I saw it, and I was there like, I'm glad you are.
Lance Storm, we like you.
Yes.
Lance Storm. And you know what's funny? I could see a lot of Kiara's training, how her character is so heel and so comes from like a little bit of Lance Storm.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you look at his stuff from like early ECW and like late WCW, when he was kind of, I hate to say it, but Kiara's character has like so many awesome twists to it. It could be, either really sweet or like the Sour Patch Kid, super sweet or super sour. It's like, what's Kiara we getting? Because the Kiara I remember when I first met her was she was wearing these little black gloves and the veil. And
Yes.
you remember that, Kiara?
Well, I saw pictures of it because I'm quite recent to it, so I know her as now. But looking through and going back and seeing different things from her, like I saw the black gloves and the veil, and I was like, oh, that seems like really feisty.
The faces she would make at the fans, your niece would be in tears. He used to come out and go, ugh, these kids smell so bad. Like,
She does that a lot, but then she goes, but not you, Jenny. Like, she literally brings out Jenny. It's like, oh, you guys are awful. You stink. Not you, Jenny. You're lovely. You're my favorite. And I'm like, dang, that's right. She is.
then she's like, what about me? She asked Kiara, I don't smell right.
Yeah. Well, I just leave it to Jenny. I'm like, I'm the little, I'm the person who takes the pictures. I've not got a picture with her yet, but I'm determined that this time I see her, I'm going to try and get one with her and Jenny, or just me and her. Because
well,
it's
as
not
I
fair.
said to you on Instagram, you should make a sign with
Yes.
make up a Kiara fan club logo on a sign and use the QR code I sent you.
Yeah.
And put it on below so the fans could follow the fan club.
Yes, I'm going to. But yeah, I need to get a picture with her because it's not fair. Like, I'm the little inside. I'm the biggest fangirl. I'm more of a fangirl than Jenny. She'll attack me for that, but I think I am. I'm the one
Jeez.
she'll attack me. She'll be like, "No, I am." But I think that I'm the big fangirl, and I would like every time she texts me, I'm like, oh my god, Kiara, she's texted me. What's she saying?
Last night when I was messaging her, I forgot it was like 1:00 in the morning in England. I don't know if you saw that, and I felt bad. And did you see that message?
I did in the morning, and I'm like, you always message her at like 1 a.m. and that's my bedtime.
And I was just fiddling, and I saw it, and I was like, and I said, I'm so sorry. Good night, ladies. And I went to sleep. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was still watching wrestling. I was watching King of the Ring on Peacock that I was watching. But before we go, definitely go give us a follow on Instagram, as the link's right here. Do you know of any shows that you think you're going to be attending? Like, I know this episode's airing in April. Do you know of any April shows for her?
April shows, I'm not too sure. Because I'm not too sure. I know there's some in May, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make those. But actual shows in April, I forget things really easily, so I've got to keep checking and looking. But I'm going to try to, with whatever she has. If it's a little bit further away, I'm thinking I might see if there's a weekends that I can take Jenny and go on a little road trip.
That'd be cool.
See if we could. Yeah.
Hang out with the fam. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Thank you for helping me hang out with you and talk about Kiara and keep everything awesome.
Yes.
I'm Joe Panther III.
I'm Lydia.
And we will catch you in the next one.